Could you do Kenpachi Zaraki? Probably butchered it. Kenpachi Zaraki from Bleach. What is wrong with you? Of course, let's get it. So, put it too far away. Let's do this. I butchered the crap out of the name. You don't even know, man. I used to be a huge fan of Bleach back in the days. Back when I was in high school. Now I'm 5,000 years old. But it's okay. Okay, we gotta get it started. And this is, in fact, the last page on this sketchbook, right? So give a round of applause. We made it all the way to the end. And yeah, man, it's crazy. It is crazy. All the way to the end. We lowered the volume a little bit. It was like, yeah, it's a piece fine. But yeah, man, after this, we gotta start a whole new sketchbook. I have not touched it yet, and that's gonna be fully dedicated to making all of these. All right. I had this sketchbook. Funny enough, I love life, how everything came into a full circle, because funny enough, when I was drawing this type of style, this was in high school, by the way. So just to give you guys reference of how I used to draw back in high school. So I had this sketchbook for many years. So you could do the math. I'm 5,000 years old. So you could see, like, I was really into Bleach at this time. Really into Bleach type of style, like anime type of style, you know? Especially with this. So I want to just show you guys that. You guys can see the reference of being into Bleach with, like, the type of outfits that I made my own characters wear, you know? So yeah. So all a very, very long time ago. This one I screwed up. I can never forget this. Like, I messed up on the anatomy, so I try to cover it up with shadows to try to make it look cool. I botched it. It is what it is. And that shows you, like, hey man, even though I draw with a ballpoint pen, that doesn't mean all the time it works. Even years ago. So even like this type of style. I just want to show you guys this before, you know, we really get into it. Obviously, when I do the editing of the YouTube short, I'm gonna cut all this part out. And speaking of like this type of art style right here, well, the drawing that I did here back in high school, I can show you guys quickly like the modern version, like the most recent time when I drew this. I was definitely influenced by Iron Man. And then after that, we'll get it started. Where is it actually? Okay, yeah, there we go. So you guys see this, right? This is a long time ago, and then this was, I believe, like 2022. Okay, so this was like 3 years ago, right here. You guys can see the improvement. All with a ballpoint pen. And then this is during the early times when I created that style of the whole black and white and render. So this was, I believe this was like the second one or third one where I started to develop that type of style. Oh no, this was the first one actually. This one here was the first one. And then this was the second one. So just having fun drawing this stuff out of my imagination when I did these. But yeah, let's move on, right? We had an incredible run with this sketchbook, right? Oh, in One Piece, Gambit. We had an incredible run with the sketchbook. This looked like a homeless guy. This was drawn when I was in a museum, drawn from observation. So we started with King, right? This was the first. Then we went into, what's this guy's name? Wolf from Virtual Fighter. Right? This is just, I try to draw like Dragon Ball Z villain out of my head. After that, we had Elena from Street Fighter, Juri from Street Fighter. After that, we had Chun-Li from Street Fighter, and then Sagat. So you already know, seeing Sagat, I'm gonna have fun with Kenpachi, man. This is gonna be fun, man. And after that, we had Superman, Batman. Batman took some time to make, just to blend it in with the shadows. After that, we had Death Stranding 2. Right? Mass Effect, huge fan of Mass Effect. Not a Andromeda, but big fan of the trilogy. And big fan of Invincible, so I drew Invincible and Omni-Man. And after that, this was a request for you guys from Guilty Gear. Never got into Guilty Gear. I know of it, but I never got into playing the fighting game. But appreciate the support, you guys, and the person who requested it. Shout out to you. And after this, I just went into Stellar Blade. So now we are at this request of Kenpachi. And after all this, it's just old high school drawings, or I try to draw myself. And yeah, really old stuff. So yeah, this sketchbook is pretty much done. Last one, people. Let's get it. Oh man. No pressure, right? No pressure. Last one. You already know, half render, half black and white. Bring this close. Make sure I don't hit my elbow. All right. I was gonna look for like Bleach OST, but I really couldn't find one that's like just one video. I'm just not a big fan of like the little clips that are compilations, you know. So then when the video's done, is I gotta keep going to skipping the ad to the next song that's 3 minutes long, to the next one 3 minutes long. It's just too annoying to deal with. So I'd rather like find ones that are, you know, like just one long video that could be like 3 hours long. So that's why I'm not playing it. I want to, trust me. I was looking for it, but I couldn't find it. Here, I'll have it like around here. Got the scar. Just work on here. A lot of people like this character. I've never drew him before, so this is a fun first time. Kind of remind me like the Sagat of Bleach. Not just because they both have eye patches, but it's just something about like characters with eye patches with no eyebrows that just automatically look crazy, you know? sinister and cool. Right now, I'm just quickly going over the overall feel, light sketching. Oh, almost forgot about his neck. About his neck. Okay. Like shadowy right here. So I'll show you guys. I know you guys can barely see it. That's why I always do the zoom in. Because the lighting right here is just very bright. But if I make it too dark, then it doesn't look as good. So it's one of those weird things. Go. Make sure I got his nose right. He was such a badass. I remember before he was like, yo, I don't even need my bankai. I remember that, man. Such a badass character, man. Kenpachi. So cool. But like this type of character is up my alley, you know, these type of characters. It's like, because the more rigid you make the character and the more imperfection, the better for some reason, you know? But when you, like for me, I speak for myself then, like, because when I draw um, like female characters, it's like, that's more difficult because if the likeness is not always there, and if like, the shape isn't right, the beauty isn't right on top of the likeness, there's so many other factors that works against you with drawing females compared to drawing like these type of strong, crazy looking male characters. Got the eyes right here. Everything else would be like a splash. Can't forget about the scar, but I want to first get all of these really nice, cool effects that they have on his forehead, like the shadows. I've really seen this type of structure before. I really like how they did that. That's very unique. I'm gonna follow that groove, how they created the lights and shadows. I'll just have that as a placeholder for now. And this. Show you guys up close. This location of how I'm gonna add these lights and shadows. I have like another one here. Right. Add some of that flare to it. Triangles, of course. And, oh yeah, I forgot about the scar. Oh wow. Oh, his neck. Yeah, definitely gotta fix that. It's cool. It's cool. Once I made it bigger, I just realized, oh yeah, his neck. That has to fall. That has to flow with that as well. That's fine though. Ooh, the lightning bolt. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. Really forgot about his lightning bolt. cried with that one. Oh yeah, another lightning bolt. Oh man, these lightning bolts. Gotta showcase that. And then his woo. Mm. 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 Give me a second, people. Something real quick. I'll show you guys how it looks up close. So, you know, we get in there. We get in there. Like I said, this is up my alley of characters like this, you know. So I like making characters who are very stern, angry, you know, like really cool, rigid. This is what I like doing, you know. Added some of these right here. Woo! Man, oh man. I like that, I like that. Here. Oh yeah, gotta have some highlights right there to differentiate between the two. Put that right there. I don't think the airs really matter. Even with the original drawing that I'm seeing of Kenpachi, the air right there didn't really matter. Which makes sense, because I would have done the same thing as an artist. Like, the structure is so strong that the detail of the air is irrelevant, you know? But what's relevant that I really like about this, that I'm looking at the reference, is his hair. His hair is very relevant. That's why I like doing these, because I get to understand the artist, how they decided to creatively make decisions with their character designs. And I get to feel it more through seeing it a lot, since I'm drawing what I'm seeing, you know, and making my interpretation out of it. So it's a beautiful synergy, honestly. It's almost like singers doing music covers of other artists. It's like they get to really understand the vocals and the baritones, the falsettos, and all that stuff. Or if you're not even an artist, hey, karaoke. You get to understand a little bit of it based upon trying to replicate the song, listening to the instrumentals as you're looking at the lyrics, and you're like, oh, that's what they said. Oh, the way they sing it and make it so effortless. Here, I'm gonna add some highlights right here. That's what's going on here. No one is hard to see. It's all good though. All good in the neighborhood. Pattern going. Keep that pattern going. That's not bad. That is not bad. It's the same right here too. This is just giving me like indicators of highlights, so I don't forget. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta showcase that too. Gotta showcase that. The muscles around the neck or clavicle. Gotta showcase that. That's mandatory. Shows the strength of the character. There's no highlights there. I was about to add some highlights, but the real one don't have any of that. Add some of this. That's gonna be shadows right there. Keep that as correct. And then there's shadows right here. And there's more shadows right here. Should add triangles here. Make this a bit more prominent now. That side and this side. Alright, so you guys are seeing this so far. Alright, so the next step is going to be the rendering and black and white. So that's going to be fun. Let me just send a message real quick. Let me see how to go on to this website real quick and see if I can find something real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Give me 1 second. Remember, we doing it live, pal. Well, not live, but it's unedited. Later on, it'll be live. It'll be live. All right. So nah, this is gonna be fun, man. Seriously, like I'm gonna go in on this. And let's not forget, let's just not forget, people. Come on, you can't have Kenpachi without the stars, right? Kenpachi without the stars, that makes no damn sense. Alright, so let me see if I can do something real quick. Okay, just wanted to do something real quick, because alright, people. We ready, right? We ready. You ready?
Are you ready for this? This is gonna be Kenpachi fully rendered. Half of it is going to be a rendered and other half is gonna be black and white. Let's get it, people.
That's my announcement voice.
I cannot talk like this whole entire time, so bear with me, people. Bear with me.
Alright, let's do this. Oh, there's a highlight right there too? Sure, I didn't even know that. Alright. Of course, I'm going to start off with the black and white because I really want to get the eyes right. Now we really put in the ink. We ain't playing now. We ain't playing. I'm going to make this whole part here. Yeah, this whole part's got to be black and white. I was going to make it like a mixture of two, but it just wouldn't look right if it's blended. So, it is what it is. Kind of remind me of Street Fighter, even though Virtual Fighter is obviously not the same, but just the music of this one reminds me of Street Fighter. whenever I do these type of drawings, my goal is not to replicate what I see as reference. It's kind of 50-50. I take it as like inspiration, to guide me, but I'm not trying to follow exactly what I see. So like, for example, like even with what I'm doing right now with this black and white side, all these triangles, is the reference don't have any of that. So that's just my own style, my own interpretation. I think it's always good for artists to learn to do both. Um, I used to be one of those naive artists that's like, I don't need reference. I could do a lot of stuff out of my head, because in the beginning, a lot of my ideas when I first started off drawing was all out of my imagination. And I thought that was the norm, to just do things out of your head, not to look at something, because you're an artist, you're supposed to just have creativity from your head. So I was always confused. I was confused when I went to art school, and I've noticed like a lot of my classmates, they were so used to looking at reference, and I'm just like, huh? Isn't an artist supposed to just do stuff from the dome? But it's important to learn from looking at reference, because you gotta learn the step-by-step process as far as like anatomy. You're not gonna master anatomy without looking at reference of anatomy. So it's important to get that structure, but at the same time, don't get so caught up in the reference to the point where you can't draw anything without reference. And there's a lot of people like that too. Like without reference, it's like Superman with kryptonite. It's like without that, it's like you got that's your weakness. You can't just do stuff from the dome. So it's always good to master both. As an artist, you're supposed to know both. You're supposed to have that ingenuity of doing things out of your head, but at the same time, looking at reference and learning what you're seeing, because that's how you get better too. So, combination of the both is very, very important. We'll get in there. This is so old. This was like some logo design that I did. Like, I don't know how old that is, but you could tell back then I was like, what am I even doing? What type of like, what is that, Add this right here, but I gotta be very careful with that. Very careful. How's that? Okay, I like that. Making that more prominent. We're getting there, right? Getting there. Really enjoying the black and white side. I might even just have the scar not be black and just make, yeah, that's the best way. So what I'm saying is pretty much so you guys can see it up close. What I'm saying is pretty much I'm gonna make this part here black, and then the scar I'm gonna keep that as an outline, so that way graphically it can stand out more as opposed to just making the scar black. All right. See, now you see what I'm doing, right? You see it? Seeing is believing. All right, so let's get that black and white going. I know. There's been times where I took breaks, just checking notifications and all that stuff on my phone. So when I'm done with this, I guess I'll have to subtract it by like 15 minutes or 10 minutes, I'll say I'll say 15 minutes of the actual time, actual run time, so I can let myself know, let you guys know how long it took to finish this. Ooh. And right there is just I didn't touch the rendering side yet. Not yet. Kind of funny because like this is almost like saving the best for last, because Kenpachi, just like with Sagat, is asymmetrical, right? Because he has an eye patch. So kind of like the fact that it really helps with the asymmetry with the whole black and white and render. I just thought about that now. Oh, I almost forgot too. So in the previous video when I drew Stella Rosa, there was a few copyright, and I was even complaining about that too, because normally with music that have lyrics, like someone singing, I'm like, oh crap, there's gonna be a copyright. And guess what? It was a copyright, and I had to just bite the bullet and just have YouTube trim the parts that had a copyright indicator. But there's no way I'm just going to accept that. Like I took like what, almost 2 hours to draw her, and I don't want it just to be, if it ever gets monetized on this channel, or should I say when, I got to be confident in myself, when the channel gets monetized, I don't want that to just be like, oh, this is going straight to whoever sung that song. Beautiful music, but I'm not going to accept that for my video, you know? So I just told YouTube, just trim that part off. But yeah, I just got to be careful, you know? I got to take accountability. I got to be careful with the choices I make as far as like the music is concerned. That's why, like, as much as I want to give variety, and I understand some people might be like, oh man, I keep hearing the same music, I'm tired of it, but it's like, it's better safe, you know? I'd rather have that than music that is copyright, that's good music, but then I don't get nothing from it, you know? All the hard work of drawing these characters, and it goes right to them. So I'll have to just toggle the music that I listen to, and obviously I don't want to make it repetitive playing Tekken OSTs. This one is Virtual Fighter, so from time to time I'll switch it up from Virtual Fighter to Tekken, sometimes Guilty Gear. But so far out of all of them, I would say Virtual Fighter to me is the best as far as the balance is concerned. Actually no, Tekken is still the best, and then I'll say Virtual Fighter, and then I'll say Guilty Gear. But yeah, over time I'll see what I can do if I can find other OSTs. It's just risky, you know, it's just a risk dealing with copyright. I was seeing it. Make the star. Yeah, I like that. I'm glad I made that decision of making this an outline rather than making this into a fully just black. The biggest challenge here, with no pun intended, is when I get to the top area, am I going to make that fully black, or am I going to make it parts of it shadow? And I think I'm most likely going to make part of it a shadow, but we will just have to see. I don't know. That's just a lot of that's a lot of surface area to make it fully black. But I'll figure it out when I get there. Have to really just glue that in there. Right here. All right. I want to like let that flow, you know. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right. This whole part here. Get it. Let's go, let's get it. The air, yeah, the air is ready to go. Alright. I think now it's time for me to kind of just go back and forth. I'll show you guys up close. Alright. Time for the rendering side. This part, the outline here is darker. Just going back into outlining the circle so that way it can show more, so it don't get caught in terms of getting black. I want it to be too flat. I'll try to keep this part simple, not make it too complicated. As far as the lights and shadows is concerned. There we go. It's gonna be darker. Fine. This part is very unique. Gotta capture this lightning, how they did it here. I see that there now. Pretty cool. More prominent. Go. This is actually what my one of my closest friends. This is one of his favorite characters in Bleach. So when this is done, I'm gonna show it to him. Let's get it. Now this is going to be tricky of continuing this whole part to make this whatchamacallit, this shadow and have it smooth as a render. It's going to be pretty tricky to do, but not impossible. So let's get it. This part here I gotta make it fly. Up a little bit. There we go. That works. All right. Okay, now I'm just gonna oh, I forgot about this part. Damn. Okay. I know what to do here. I gotta leave that. Yeah, definitely just gotta leave that alone. And interesting how they didn't make that part. Normally I go with that style, but see what I can do. See what I can do right here. Let's see. Yeah, I can make this a little bit darker. Yeah, I'll do a little bit of back and forth. Okay. Moved it out. I'm gonna add a little bit of cross hashing soon, but before I do that, I'm gonna just keep the flow going, right? Work on the mouth. Connect. You guys up close so far. Right. So get the shadow going on here. Alright. Now I gotta really get into the blending. Shadow right here. I want to hide this part here so it doesn't show. You know, the reference has more of a graphical feel to that, but since I'm making it to a render, I want to just smooth it out more. Right. Gotta add some cross hatching. Cross hatching. Cross hatching. Yeah, that works. Now, other side. Cool having that there. Right. More prominent. Alright, so now like the next step. You know, I'll make this part darker. It makes sense. Because the nose, so that way it don't look so flat. More of that three-dimensional feel. There we go. If I was gonna make the nose darker, then it'll look flat. Thank God I caught myself. I was like, whoop, what am I doing? Oh wow, it's about to rain. I hear the thunder. Okay. Cool with that. This part I'm gonna have to make this darker now. Alright, moving on to the forehead. Oh, there's a highlight right there? I didn't even notice that. Ooh, okay. Fix that a little bit. I was moving too fast right there. That's fine. Alright, and then it just kind of blends right there. You guys are close. Guys, don't forget to like this video. Shameless plug. Really just adding all of this right here, smoothing it out. It's all like nothing but shadows. Get it. Alright, so now this part here, I'm going to make this darker. something like this right here. This part's gonna be render. Actually, you know what? Let me just go into the black and white now for this bottom part. Hour and 12 minutes of the runtime. Come on, pen. Is it red? Oh, okay. It's barely. It's barely it's barely there. It's barely there. It's still ink. Ah, come on. Okay, now it's pretty much gone. Damn it! Try to throw it. Ah! All right, new pen. Let's get it. One pen is done. The next one comes in. All right, so let's continue. Let me ask you guys, who's your favorite Bleach character? Who is your favorite Bleach character? And there's so many of them. I don't really know their names by heart. It's complicated, but I like as far as like character designs, he's definitely up there. This Kenpachi character, he's up there. For sure. I wasn't a huge fan of Ichigo, to be honest with you. He's alright. But as far as character design, he got a billion character designs. In terms of like his transformations and all that stuff. Just wasn't a huge fan of the main character. I just like all the other characters. I forgot the other guy's name. The guy with the... Like, one of my favorite characters, the guy with the ice dragon. He looks young with the white hair. What's his name? Hayabusa, whatever. I forgot his name. But he got the ice dragon. That's my favorite. He's one of my favorite characters. He looks phenomenal. In fact, when I was creating my own like cartoons, character designs, one of the characters I designed was influenced by him. And I think also, I forgot the guy's name, Byakuya. Guy with the hairstyle with the long black hair. And he has those the pink effects going on with his bankai. I always find him really cool. He's like one of the captains, right? He's sick. And of course I like Grimjaw. Grimjaw is one of my favorites too. I like his character design. There's a lot of amazing character designs in Bleach. But they all look good, but it's just so hard to pick your favorite. So which one is your favorite? Let me know down below. Renji is cool. I like Renji's as well. Now thinking about it, I like Renji's. Yeah, I like his bankai. I like his character design. Love the color palette with the red hair with the black attire. And then I also like that other guy with the bow and arrow. I forgot his name. In fact, even his character design was even based upon. I took that as inspiration making some of my old characters back in high school. Now, I had heavenly influence on Bleach more than Naruto. One of my friends was a big fan of Naruto. For me, I wasn't such a fan of Naruto. As far as like me being influenced by like character designs back then, it was Dragon Ball Z and Bleach. Just those two. Shadow right there. So this whole part that you guys see right here is gonna be black. We out on time. Hour 19 minutes pretty much. About to be hour 19. I'm gonna miss this book though. This sketchbook I had for so many years. It's high school. I like this sketchbook, man. Brings back memories. It's amazing that I'm, getting back into drawing again. Thanks to you guys. And having that momentum of like finishing sketchbooks. It's like what. That takes a lot of hard work, especially drawing this type of style, page by page, front and back. Not even one page. It's like the spread, and then the next page, the spread. Not easy to do. With a ballpoint pen, if you mess up, it is what it is. So pressure. Pressure makes diamonds. Okay, so I made that fully black. I'm like so much in the zone. I'm not even not even looking at the reference. Get some water because my voice is drying up. That's better. Way better. I am rejuvenated. Ooh. I'm liking it. I'm having so much fun with the black and white. but I do need to get into the rendering. And that's the thing that's tricky about the style, is that you kind of got to pace yourself and go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, you know? It's kind of like when drawing eyes. You don't want to fully finish one eye and then not start the other. You kind of just got to, you know, back and forth, pace yourself. 'Cause I was about to just get in the zone of just finishing the black and white, but I'm like, wait a minute. I gotta do the color. I gotta do the render on said color. Gotta do the rendering. Make sure that, okay, things out. All right. There we go. Get in there. All right. Definitely gonna have, yeah, definitely not gonna make the whole fan black because that would be way too much. But I'm just gonna continue on with just creating this whole part here. So yeah, I'm gonna just do the whole. I'm gonna do the whole thing. Finish it off with the black and white. Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna finish the bottom of both of these, and then the hair will be last. mistake right there. What was that thinking? I had to make that part darker. Have to make this darker so that way the clothes can stand out more. And ooh, so you guys are close. All right, so get it. Hour and 38 minutes. just to get in the edges right here. Really fill them. That works. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Now, gonna work on the rendering part, and then gonna work on the black and white. Before I do that, the black and white. That works. That works. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna finish the black and white. Having so much fun with the black and white stuff. Hour and 45. Okay. Okay. This will have to be black so that way you see the lightning bolts on the side of his head. The render part is going to be more difficult, but it's not impossible. Okay, now we on vacation, people. Mm-hmm. show you guys up close. Get this here to pop out more. And here we go. I know the rendering is gonna have to be fully gonna have to be dark. I just didn't want the black and white to be like that. I'll be here forever. All right, hour and 53. All right. Let's get it. We're shaving it down. Right here that I don't even notice for now. Guess I can make this part. Yeah, I'll make this part black. So like those two elements, I want to make it black. And then once that's complete, then I'm gonna move on to the rendering side of the hair. Look at that. All right. This is a big chunk of black right here. Get it. Let's go. Fill all of this in. Oh man. Good. Fill this in. There we go. Whew. Look at that. All right. So you guys are close. And so now the next thing is going to be the render. I'm going to be on this one for a while. It's 2 hours so far. So let's see what I can do here. The last part. Rotate it. See what I can do here. Pardon. Put my elbow into it. Build this whole thing up. Once I'm done with this, I'm gonna edit this and do some well, I gotta be careful. Why don't I put my finger on that part? Once I'm done with this, I'll edit it and then do some fasted cardio. Jogging. I didn't eat yet, so that's the perfect time to be doing some fasted cardio. Gotta stay healthy, you know? Stay healthy, stay fit. Live healthy, fit lifestyle. Do like 1.5 miles. Not gonna do too much cardio. I like doing the contrast. Like once I'm done with this, in a weird way, that's my reward. Doing cardio. You know, just a contrast from just sitting down on a computer screen for a while. I like to move around afterwards. You know, variety. I was working a lot on that part. We're not done yet. Man, they killing with the piano. Oh, dope. I gotta make this like really dark. Really get in there. Only just to fill these in for now and then smooth it out later. Y'all looking so far. showcase. Bring this one out. Right. Really just work on that hair, man. 2 hours and 14. Adding little details here. Just a few touching up, you know. I want to blend this part here a little bit more. There we go. Just cleaning it up a little bit. Clean up on aisle 3. Yeah, that worked. It was just a part of it that just looked like it was confusing. I would make it more simple right here for the black and white side. Alright, pretty much good to go. This was fun. It was really fun. So let me show you guys up close. Oh, first song with lyrics. Alright, so where am I gonna put this freaking signature? That's fun. That's funny. I don't even know where to put it. It's one of those things. It doesn't make sense to put it at the top. I'll just put it like really small right here. But even if I do that, it's like, nah. I'd be one of those rare cases where there is no like signature and date. I guess I'll just put it right here. And what's today's date? The last one is the first one with no signature and date on the page. There we go, people. Alright, show you guys up close one last time. So this took 2 hours to make, even though it's like it says 225. Just a little bit over 2 hours. All black and white with a ballpoint pen. The last one, people. The last one. Alright. This was fun. Thank you for requesting this character design to create Kenpachi on Bleach. Alright. So, what do you guys think in the comment section below? Throw different characters that you guys want me to design in the future, alright? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.